In many organizations, someone has said the magic words, can we put HR requests and facility tickets through the same system as IT? And that is actually an incredibly beneficial question to ask for the overall employee experience. And what's being asked to be built has a name. It's called Enterprise Service Management, or ESM. And it simply means taking the same request and fulfillment model that IT is already using and opening up to teams like HR and facilities. Done right, this makes life easier for employees and for the teams managing those requests. But done poorly, it might just mean more inbox chaos with a different label on it. So today I'm going to show you how to set this up so that it works, specifically in regards to the service catalog, the routing logic that uses, and how to automate handoffs between teams that may have otherwise fallen through the cracks. Let's have a look. Here we are in the service catalog, and the service catalog is really just the employee-facing front door. It's one place, every request type, and this is different from incidents. Remember, incidents are something that breaks. Service requests are things that we might need help with, but generally it's not in response to something. It's a request like new onboarding, things that we have more control over, things that weren't a surprise. So at one place, every request in your service catalog, that could mean IT, HR, facilities. Employees don't really need to know who handles what. They just need to find what they're asking for. So structure matters here. Each item should be named for what the employee is asking for, even if the work behind that request spans across different teams. So a new hire request may live under HR, not under IT, but IT might handle the laptop provisioning or other things to do with that. So each service catalog has its own form, its own routing, its own SLA, but all the employee really needs to see is a clean request form with the necessary context that they need to provide. They don't need to guess what someone else might need to know within their request that they type themselves. They just need this form that has all of the fields provided to them. And then the right team will get notified automatically based on the service request that we have set up. So our second thing to look at, our second quick win when it comes to the service catalog, is routing. When a request comes through in the service catalog, as we were just looking at, it should go directly to the right team without any extra manual work of triaging or assigning. We can do this with simple automation rules. So here we have a software access request form. So if that's what we're looking at, it should route specifically to the application support team. So we can see here, we've set that to be the application support. You can even go as far as, assigning it to a specific person, but lots of times a team or a group will cover your needs there. But what that does is that takes away any manual triage. No one needs to intake it. No one needs to understand what the request is. No one needs to forward it along. It just lands in the right place. So you set this up once per request item. Obviously, there should be an auditing process. If your teams change, if the way you structure things change, service requests will need to reflect the way your organizations work. But you set this up once per request item. And then from that point, the routing is invisible to everyone. It just shows up where it's supposed to. And that is exactly how it should feel. Simple. And the third win that we want to talk about today in regards to service requests is where ESM really earns its name. Workflows that cross team boundaries, and they do it automatically. So a new employee onboarding is the classic example. One request from HR, and automatically IT is going to get tasked with provisioning laptops, creating email addresses, account creations for different parts of the tech stack. HR has its understandable tasks as well. Maybe there's a swag bag. I like this onboarding request already. And also facilities is in the loop. They need to assign a desk, grant building access. This is all tracked in one place, in one workflow, and they each have their own SLAs if we assign them that way. So nobody has to email IT and facilities separately when a new hire comes on board. Nobody has to chase anybody's status. The workflow, it does the coordination. And the employees manager has one place where they can see where everything stands and where we can keep approvals really in line, really easily auditable. We understand where everything is at and who's accomplished what they need to. So this shared service desk that we got asked about at the beginning of the video really comes down to one idea. Give employees a place, a catalog of things that they actually need to ask for in a language that they would use. And then the satisfaction, both of the requester and the requestees, follows almost automatically. Nobody's hunting for the right inbox, wondering who to email, what to say. And on the other side, the teams who need to fulfill the request are the ones who are notified. The right people are notified at the start with all of the context, no long back and forth cycles. So everything I showed you here today, the catalog, the routing, the cross-team workflows, that's all configurable in Service Desk today. No custom code, no dedicated developer. So if you're just starting this conversation internally, our ITSM maturity assessment is a great place for you to see where you're at, see what capabilities you've already accomplished and where you want to get to. And if you want to see how this would specifically look within your actual team structure in Service Desk, book a demo with us and we'll map it out with you.